Euphoria, tapping in with day 201 of evolving into a star seed. I want to thank you all for joining me today and helping me get closer to my goal of 10K subscribers. Woo! Yay! Because without you guys, it wouldn't be possible, of course. I want to thank you all for helping me reach 11,000 views yesterday morning. Literally, it was 11,000 plus people in the chat yesterday on live with me on a Sunday. So I want to thank you guys for that. Shout out to you guys for making it possible and showing up and showing out. Thank you to the new subscribers. I'm happy to have you here as a part of the family. Of course, the content comes out at 6 a.m. every morning, every rising. So be prepared to be a part of this journey and be here. Be positive, be present, be pleasant. Positive, present, and pleasant. Three P's. Um, and yeah, I'm just more than grateful to have y'all here. Shout out to Jasmine, I think her name is, on Angel Angel Energy, I think is her name. I forget. I'm gonna correct it before tomorrow. But yeah, shout out to her because she always helps me. Like her intro kind of reminds me of what I want to say on my intro. It's like she's had one of the best, the most simplistic intros, and it helps remind me to keep my bearings when I give my intro. So shout out to Jasmine for that. Yeah, I think it's Angel Energy. But anywho, just thank you guys for showing up and showing out and being here and being present and being positive and being present and pleasant. Okay. Also, I want to thank you guys for the cash apps you guys sent. And I think that's it. Of course, for your time, patience, and play and just being present. Um, so yeah, let's get. Oh, I got some mosquito bites today, y'all. I went to the bathroom. It's porter potty over there. I went to the porter potty bathroom and I came out and I grounded myself because it was like 5 a.m., right? And I took some time to ground myself, put my feet in the dirt, and just start the grounding process. And I got tore up by mosquitoes. I did the right thing. I still got bit. So, first lesson today: you might do the right thing, but you still might get bit. That's okay. Nothing wrong with it. Let's dive deeper. Today's topic is, of course, are you truly healing or are you masking? Because we're in the 200s of the year, so that means we only have 100 some odd days left before the year is over. Specifically, 165 days, no, 164 days left of the year because we're on day 201. So we only have 164 days left in this whole entire year to get everything together, get everything in order, make it look cute, dress it up, and make it look sexy, however you want to talk about it. So let's get into it. The topic is family helping you heal or are they stagnating your healing? So let's see what today's word is. Today is July the 21st, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's the 21st. It says, God is always working. Furthermore, brethren, we beg and admonish you in virtue of our union with the Lord Jesus, that you follow the instructions which you learn from us about how you ought to walk. Wow. See, every time I talk about family, I start getting tired. Mm. You learn from us about how you ought to walk so as to please gratify God, as indeed you are doing, and that you do so even more and more abundantly, attaining yet greater perfection in this life. So let me read that one more time. It says, furthermore, brethren, we beg and admonish you in virtue of our union with the Lord Jesus, that you follow the instructions which you learned from us about how you ought to walk so as to please and gratify God, as indeed you are actually doing, and that you do so even more and more abundantly, attaining yet greater perfection in living this life. What's up, Sonny? Hi, everybody. It says in Thessalonians, Paul wrote, when you received the message of God, which you heard from us, you welcomed it. not as the word of mere men, but as truly it is the word of God, which effectually at work in you who believe, exercising its superpower, superhuman power, and those who adhere to and trust in and rely on it. Emphasis mine. The Bible says that God's word works in those who believe it. So no matter what you see today, believe that God is working on your breakthrough. Hey y'all. It's so funny that this be the word of the day because yesterday I had a lot of like revelations while I was at work. Like my crown chakra was going off at work yesterday. I'm talking about every 5 seconds I was saying something, crown chakra was immediately going off. Every 5 seconds, crown chakra, bing, crown chakra. Like, you know that feeling that you get when you finally feel like, ling, 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 you finally feel like awakened and aware. That kept happening to me at work yesterday. And let's get into why. And it has everything to do with what I just read. So a lot of the times we get told the word of God, we get told the word of whomever you follow. Some of you guys might do Buddha, Allah, whomever. You get told the word, right? And a lot of people will take it and be like, okay, that's just some word. Now I did say the other day that the Bible is simply basic instructions before leaving earth, right? People will say basic instructions before leaving earth. That's what the Bible stands for. Bible. Basic instructions before leaving earth. But it has a lot of stories in there that are telling you the words of God. Now, I did mention that those were stories written by people who were simply just people. You know, they say that they hung out with Jesus. We don't know if Jesus was really here. We don't have a DNA test, blase, blase, blase. Things I did mention, right? However, I'm still a believer in the word no matter who wrote it, right? I know that no matter who wrote the word, whether it was actually God that wrote it on the actual thing, basic instructions before leaving earth, yes. So I know that no matter who wrote the Bible, because there's so many different versions of the Bible. There's the Ethiopian original version, the oldest Bible that exists on the face of the planet Earth. But I know that the New Genesis Bible does not have everything that has in it. So you know what I'm saying? Like, but when you hear the word of God or words of wisdom that truly are actually eternal knowledge, like things of wisdom that will keep you safe and keep you at peace for eternity, your body reacts to it because it's truth. No matter what, even if it isn't coming straight from the Bible, even if it isn't coming straight from the Quran or whatever work of religion that you read, once you hear a word, and this is how I know it'd be a word, because I channel words from God. Like I channel messages directly from God because I be knowing certain people need to hear them. Like for instance, yesterday I had 3 main clients that I remember. 3 main clients. The first one was a 16-year-old girl. She was a twin. The second one was a 14-year-old girl. She was not a twin, but she was from the Netherlands. The third one was a girl. I don't remember how old she was. I think she said she was 27. No. She was not 27. She was someone else. I never asked her age, but I could tell she was kind of young, but not young. And then the last one, the fourth girl, she was 27. So I spoke to all females yesterday. I didn't really do any male haircuts. And all these women had stupendously long hair. I'm talking about these women all had hair down to their butts. Every single girl who hair I did yesterday had hair down to her butt. Long, beautiful hair. I kept channeling messages to tell these women because they weren't, nah, y'all got to go. I kept channeling messages to tell these women that were coming directly from God. For the 16-year-old, she was trying to pop her shit. She was in the salon, and, she was like, well, my dad got my back and y'all not going to make me feel weak. I had to let this 16-year-old know one lesson that I learned from becoming a woman, which is no matter how grown you are, you don't have the right to pop your shit or make somebody feel like they are beneath you. If you come into a woman's setting, so they're walking into a salon, she's walking into a place of business that she doesn't own. And she's coming in there and she's trying to third eye energy everybody, control the left part of the frontal lobe of the brain. Like, baby, you don't drive the front seat in the salon. You don't run the salon. You 16. I said you need to stay under your mother's covering because you don't realize it. That covering that you're getting from your mother is not something that you're going to be able to get everywhere. And the fact that you're in here trying to upstage a bunch of women, whether they're 73, 57, 60, however old all these women are, me being 31, the youngest one in the shop. And then next to me, there's a 36-year-old woman, but I'm the youngest one in the whole entire shop. You know, pump fake, bop, bop, bop. You do realize, like, even if you did show everybody that you was a shit, right? Now they know all your best moves. So now all everybody gonna do is eat your ass up and copy you. Because you just taught everybody something and they gonna try to stop you. Now that's no reason to stop being you. Because a lot of people can't see, right? Some people don't have clear vision. So like Beyonce will say, these motherfuckers ain't stopping me. These motherfuckers ain't stopping me, right? But not everybody has clear view. So no matter what you did, everybody didn't see you, right? And she just kept saying nasty remarks. She's like, why is she using a comb on my sister's hair? And I showed her, I'm like, instead of asking that question and making fun of this older lady, what you can do is, and I took my detangling brush and took it over to the lady, like, here, you might want to try this on her. She said, oh, thank you. I don't have this. I need to get this. Just giving the lady what she needed to take care of her job. It's kind of how you could look at your energy and your support. You might see someone struggling at something, but if you give your support and your energy to them, they might not struggle anymore. So it will behoove you to help them in some kind of way so that their job can be easier, so that the whole entire brand, the whole entire system is able to move more effectively, right? Moving forward. That's pretty much the gist of her lesson. Like, pop your shit if you want to, but just know that everybody watching you can get ate up. So stay a kid as long as you can stay a kid and enjoy it. Second girl, 14 years old, same lesson sort of, where she didn't realize, like, okay, I guess she got a star in her third eye. And I'm looking at her like, girl, I'm all the way up here somewhere. Like I'm like here, she's still down here. I'm like, we all the way up here. I'm not trying to compete with you. I'm actually all the way up here. That's why I'm missing my hair in this area, because I'm supposed to put another tattoo mark right there. But I don't feel like dressing my forehead up because it's not that important for me to show y'all my spiritual, enlightenment area, where how, enlightened I have come up to my crown chakra. Excuse me, sorry. It's not. I'm not here to do it for makeup purposes. And like, sometimes it's best that people don't know how enlightened you are, right? So the 14-year-old comes in. She's showing off her third eye marking, and she doesn't realize that every time she tries to third eye everyone in the shop, even though I'm giving her a positive experience and the other people making her feel more uncomfortable than me, every time she third eyes somebody that she's mad at, because me and the people, all co-workers, baby, I'm saying it to her. I'm like, you third eyeing me too. Y'all like hitting me in my forehead too, because you spraying that thing every which way. You showing off your army guns and everything that your family got, but you hitting me too, and I'm your stylist. So I think it'd be better if you just stop hitting me in my forehead, because I'm trying to help you get up out of here and look cute, you know? And she's looking at, yo, what's good? What's up, man? So I'm giving her, like, I'm giving her the rundown. I'm talking about what happened yesterday at work as it pertains to the word that we just read. I'm giving her a rundown of, like, you can go ahead and shoot, your third eye off and everything like that, but understand that when you do it in a place of business like this, you will attract more flies, because you're giving fly good. You're giving fly behavior. You're not giving the behavior of a bumblebee, you know? And it's better to attract people. I, my hair is done and I'm dressed, but she's giving bumblebee, she's giving fly behavior. And I'm like, you want to attract more people to you if you act more like a bumblebee. So if you're trying to get more favor over yourself and, things like that, you're not going to want to act like a fly. Simply put, you're going to act more like a bumblebee to be sweet. So she didn't fully get it, but she did. I'm like, but at the same time, don't let me and this is what I told both of the ladies. I'm like, at the same time, don't let me deter you guys from defending the fuck out of yourself. If you have the ability to defend yourself, of course do so, but just understand that that comes with repercussions in this world. Because because you fought one battle and you won, don't mean that by the end of the day you won't get your ass whooped before you go to bed. And I think both of them caught it. Because one of them, she was on her way to Norway. The other one, I don't know. I think she was just getting her hair done. She just got it like cut and then she left with her hair wet. But the girl who went to Norway, I trimmed her hair real good and cut about 2 inches off. All of them were cutting at least 2 inches off their hair. Heavy mine too. Everybody cut at least 2 inches off, except for the last girl. And we'll get into that, and it'll make sense when we get to the end of the day. Why? Because those women, they came in and said, yeah, just cut off all the dead stuff. At least 2 inches, cut off the dead stuff. I need the dead stuff gone. They were ready to let it go. They were ready to let go of their dead ways. They heard what I said and they took the information and it did alchemize and change them before they left. They were ready to let go of the dead weight, the things that were holding them back, because they were young and pliable. I do cut male's hair, and that's why I said this is so important that you hear that. Yesterday, I only cut women's hair. It's important that you understand I only cut women's hair yesterday. So we get to lady number 3. She's older, I can tell, but she also has a personality about herself that's beautiful. Me and her click immediately. We're resonating. We're getting it because, like, as I'm giving these women before me all the wisdom, I'm resonating with the women in my shop because they're like, oh, you actually are a wise one. Like, naturally, they didn't realize the reason that because we'll get to it at the end. They ended up having to follow behind me spiritually because of the wisdom that I was displaying by the things I was saying. Because not only was I saying it, but I also was displaying it with my physical body, right? And you know, oh no, there was 5 women. I forget. There was a third girl. She's like, I do my job, but I don't do it for the money. I'm a medical practice woman. I could do it privately by myself, but I do it with the community, and they ought to be lucky that I'm there. I broke it down to her. I said, baby, just like it's women here that got you feeling a little insecure about how you stepping up in here, it's women at your job who handle that same position at your job. You just don't know that your job is a pleasant place to be at because you've now succumbed to the elders and the masters at your job place. Right? So now that you've become or succumbed to those elders at your job space now, you don't realize that you're in a space where older people are keeping you safe. Right? And it's all going to wrap into, is family holding you back or helping you elevate? Because all these people were still deeply inbred to their family. They weren't independent yet. So hear me out before we get to that part of the topic. So not inbred, but like, they're just heavily attached to their family still because they're young. Like the first girl was 16, the other one was 14. This next girl, I think she was like maybe 20. I think she might have been 30. I don't remember exactly how old she was. But all of them had really oily hair, heavy mind too. It was like a pattern. But anywho, I'm doing her hair. By the time I finish her hair, she's like, oh my God, it looks so much better. I look completely new. Like, the women in my job are laughing at me. They're like, oh, you're so silly. You keep giving so much of yourself to these clients. You're so dumb. Just hear me out. I'm giving these women nuggets that they're going to have for the rest of their lives. Because I'm being like a motivational speaker. Because I'm telling these women the truth about the reality. I'm like, I'm putting you in a corner. Like, I know you want to come in here and show the fuck off, but at the end of the day, I work here. And if you attack this system here, you attacking me and I'm doing your hair. I don't fucking like it here. They are rude as a bitch. I don't have to like these women, but I do work with them. I don't have to respect anything about these women or what they say, but I work with them. Based on my character, I will be able to either progress past them or I'll be stuck underneath them based on my wisdom. God will elevate me. It's not for the boss to tell me that I did a great job or tell me that I did a bad job. based on my spiritual fortitude, even if I don't get a promotion, I'm still going to have more freedom to do what I want to do because of people will be condemned by their own actions. Especially if they listening to my conversation and they know that they out here acting crazy, they will be condemned by their own actions. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do spell work on you. I don't have to protect myself. I don't have to do all kinds of loop-de-loops in the sky and wear a cool outfit in the spirit realm just to attack you and wear a robot suit. I don't got to do all that shit. People become condemned by their own actions when they hear in our face, and they're forced to deal and face truth. That's why I speak truth always. I don't care even if it makes me look bad. And I'll always tell what I did in the situation because I don't care. I'm human. I'm growing too. I'm learning on this journey too. So, not that I don't care, but it's like I don't care that sometimes I might look wrong because I'm learning too. Like as I'm saying these things, these words of wisdom to these women, I'm learning them on the spot. So as I told the 16-year-old, don't be popping your shit because every time you show that you the baddest in the show, they gonna eat your ass up. All these old ass women, they looking for new tricks and new ways to get ahead in life, and you showing them everything that you know. For what? What do you want to be the baddest in the room at a hair salon for? Why do you want to be the baddest in the room at the hair salon? What is that going to get you? Get your hair cut and just leave, shawty. You disrespecting all these women like for what? Just to get your shit and leave. 14-year-old, I know you want to show off and you don't want, and you're scared, and I think it's scary and it's creepy too that grown men come through here and just think that they gonna have access to little young girls. I think it's the weirdest thing ever. But remember, when you third eye the employees, just because you see who's doing it and who's conducting the act, know you third eye me and my forehead too. So be careful, be mindful of where you shooting that thing at. But still rep your family and still rep your set. Don't ever let me tell, and I told this to both women, don't ever let me tell you to not defend yourself. Rep your set, but just understand your set can get kidnapped because you doing too much. You in a corporation building. The corporation is bigger than your family, unless your family is a silent investor in the corporation. Or you truly know how to really work energy. Which I don't think that they were on that level, honestly. Based on their actions, they couldn't be. Because they were too outwardly aggressive. Third girl, I told him, like, I get that you looking at my environment and you trying to like read the room, and it could let me, step down to these women's level and project how I feel about them out into the atmosphere for them to hear me. Like, yeah, I can't stand it when old women bully people at work. I could have stooped down to that level, but instead of doing, I'm talking to her directly. I'm like, girl, I'm gonna let you know it's somebody at your job who do the same thing as all these women up in here to keep you safe while you there, because you young. You just don't realize it yet. It's somebody in your family that does this for the whole family. They sit at home. The old people in our families, they sit at home and they pretty much just eat up people and devour people. That's why when you go to grandma's house, they got cookies. That's why when you go to grandma's house, it's good energy, because they've been sitting around all day spiritually watching your ass, keeping their eyes on you, eating up everybody in your path. It's usually our grandparents and our ancestors, people who, like I said, sit at home and are retired. They doing all the spiritual work for you, keeping you safe. But we just don't realize it a lot of times because we don't think about it that deep. We just think grandma stay at home. She ain't got shit to go. She ain't doing nothing. Grandma is fighting all your spiritual battles while you sitting at work, feeling comfortable. But really, grandma is the one fighting the whole entire war for you behind the scenes, or sister, whoever don't work in the family, whoever, whatever. Got a mosquito bite on my damn face. Jesus Christ. So then the next girl come in. She younger, but she cool. Like, we chilling. Like, she's like, it's a lot of men that come through here. She's like, I don't really like it. But she's like, we kind of got to the space of like, just laugh this shit off. I mean, it's going to hurt a little bit later, but shit, we're going to laugh it off, because at the end of the day, when you open yourself up to everything around you, you get access to more resources. So now you're a more balanced resource to your environment. Like, I could sit here and fight off every single dude that come in the hair salon all day, right? I could be like, oh, fight the whole entire day. Or I could just be like, another resource. I could choose to say, okay, this resource seems spoiled. I don't want to use this one. But these other 5 ones, they seem like they got a lot of energy, connections, and everything else. I'm going to definitely stay connected to these ones. Now, of course, don't let somebody else's energy level reduce you down to being something small. Because a lot of these people, they just come around because they don't want to see you grow and be big. They see your potential and they like, nah, we gotta. They're looking at you as a resource to them versus them being a resource to you. So don't let the enemy trick you. But me and her, we was like really chilling. I did her hair. She got a lot of hair cut off. She went from waist length to like up here. And then she got some real deep layers, and she was giving that like 70s, like layer, bouncy body, yada, 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 yada. Like very nice. I loved it. I should have did a before and after for her hair. But me and her, we clicked up real good. Like we felt like we became sisters or something. It was dope. I just enjoyed her company, and she enjoyed my company. Even when things got tough, we stayed locked in, and we were just cooling. And then by the end of her haircut, I said, okay, Miss Gleason and Mr. Gleason and the Gleason boys, like we locked in for life. Like y'all my family now, so make sure I'm good, Be my umbrella out here in these streets. We don't want to have no thunderstorm tonight. So, hey, lock in. And they seemed like they was with it. Like energetically, I felt the pull of everything felt cool. So after that, all the clients, they were still trying to laugh, right? But then when she left, I said, because I kept asking the girl, I said, you know how to clean your house off, right? She's like, yeah, I know how to clean off my. I'm like, okay, so as long as you know how to clean off your house, you good when you leave here. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You know how to clean yourself up, you good. As long as you know how to spiritually clean yourself up, you're always good. And I left to go get food because I hadn't ate all day because I was doing hair back to back to back. Right before I left, I spoke to one of my coworkers, and the other one came over. She said, oh, Sierra, I like your hair. I'm like, oh, thank you. I guess she noticed that even though she was trying to be evil and nasty, it actually backfired on her somehow. So as much as they thought that they was eating, they was getting ate by somebody, another force, another energy, somebody. Which I'm like, y'all be thinking that y'all locked in with these people for real. Like, they don't really care about us. They just trying to make money, get energy, and get haircuts. They not really our friends. Some of them, like the younger ones, if you get them when they're young, like they 15, like I got all the young girls and really taught them something about life that's going to help them versus like keep them shit talking and keep them in their ego, but really teach them like wisdom. Them kind of people will lock in with you for life. When you really lock in with young people and you give them wisdom, you give them real gems that's going to get them through life, for them to truly get, like, they're going to analyze their day a little bit more versus just out here being, like, reactive to everybody, like, bow, bow, shooting off at the brain, brrr, brrr, yeah, why in shit? Like, no, being able to sit down. Yeah, I was big mama that day, cause like I'm teaching little girls how to not, like, I'm not telling them to not pop their shit and have a personality, but it's like, be humble, cause not being humble in this day and age could get your ass spiritually popped or kidnapped or raped in the spirit realm, and then you thinking you going home with your family, whole time your spirit over here at Joe and John's house, and they backdooring you, and they got you bent over and 3 dicks in your throat, and you don't realize it because you out here trying to show off that you big mama, and you in the salon trying to show off. It's like, no, girl, be low key. It's okay to be low key. Oh no, it's that deep. You're not a woman. You don't get it. It's that deep for us. We be getting spiritually kidnapped and take to places that, because I dream about it. There was a point in time where, because I've been homeless, like I said, my whole family kicked me out. They don't really give a fuck about me. They only want to make sure that, how do you know you're being energetically fed on? I'm about to tell you. So I got kicked out of my house back in January, and ever since then I've been having dreams of like men trying to pull me into different houses and have sex with me while I'm asleep. So I wake up, I'm like, oh, hell no. When I started dating a guy that wasn't the best guy for me, the reason I stayed around him was because when I would dream, I would be with him. So at least I knew my spirit was with him. At least I could identify where the fuck I was at in the spirit realm. You understand what I'm saying? So every time I'm going to sleep, I'm having a dream and he's there. We're there. We're together in the spirit. So even though some people like, let that shit go, that's a demon, that's the devil, he's not good for you, why you keep trying to give life to a dead situation? At least when I was with him, I knew where my soul was at. My family kicked me out. My spirit was all over the goddamn. Men was trying to drag me into It was like a homecoming or like a big old ball that's about to happen. Like all the celebrities and people were getting dressed up to go, and I didn't have no date. So different men kept trying to drag me into their houses and take me there to dress me up how they wanted to dress me up, and then was trying to like have sex with me. I don't, you know how traumatizing that is to go to sleep and like different men all the time trying to have sex with you. And at the time, I wasn't working in the salon, so these was just different men from all over wherever. If you didn't love him, why'd you be with him? You fake for that. If I didn't love him, I wouldn't have been with him. What do you mean? We was together because I gave a fuck. Like he wasn't giving me nothing. He wasn't paying no bills or anything. I was there. I was the one paying bills. I was paying for food. I'm paying for car rides and everything. I was fronting out the bills. So that was me showing that I gave a fuck about him. He just didn't want to heal. He still was like saying things like "bitch" and like just trying to humble my spirit to make me submit to him. But I'm like, I can't submit to you because you ain't never been the head of household yet. Like you ain't paid no bills and your name ain't been on no utility bills, so you can't lead me yet. You can't lead me until you could lead me. You know? Whoever would love life and see good days must keep their tongue from evil and their lips from deceitful speech. And that's another thing. He was big on manifestation, but he kept on trying to get me to speak downward about myself. But I gotta understand, and again, I feel like most Americans do need help to be honest. Of course, people need help to be honest because it's not easy to be honest. Like, okay, I could be honest and say I'm homeless, and he did allow me to take showers at his house sometimes, but the energy transfer, like his grandfather, like on breathing machine and giving energy and life to that whole entire household, knowing that they live right next to the funeral home, it was like mentally damaging for me because it's like I'm feeling more drained when I'm leaving your house. So I started taking showers at the gym because I felt like I was, energized when I left the gym. Instead of going there, I'm like, I would go work out and I go to the gym. I can't do that now because I got to be to work at 9 o'clock in the morning. I could do it on the weekends, but not always. So it was just a weird situation initially. Of course, but everybody's a little bit messed up. So to break this out and just make it more clear so y'all could just understand where I'm coming from, so I could wrap this all up because I still haven't finished my story. I dated the guy and realized that even though I love a person, I gotta love me. More. Right? So you can love a person, but you gotta love you more. Right? Oh, excuse me. Hope you did. It had all of y'all in it. You also have to be more knowledgeable about the fact that when you're in a position like myself to have access to young girls and their minds and the way that they think, especially being a hairstylist, being so heavily involved in someone's headspace, touching their hair, but also exchanging energies with them while you're in their hair, it's very important to understand your job spiritually, not these girls how the world is. I'm keeping these girls aware of the fact that a lot of them, they was trying to, show off and third eye energy, show that they got the, high level aptitude of intelligence. But it's like, baby, your star's still down here. You haven't gotten all the way up here. And even when you get up there, you still haven't even worked on this one right here. And you still trying to pump fake with everybody else. But nonetheless, let's get to the next girl. By the time she left, me and her had locked in so good that it almost felt like, girl, let me get your phone number. Like, we was cooling. So the day was pretty much over. I went to go get food. And like I said, my coworkers had realized that they kind of got backdoor because they thought that they was eating up everybody in the shop. But somebody came through and was like, oh, Not my kid, you not. And they was like trying to link in and lock in with me and eat off me. But I'm like, I gotta go get my food. I'm hungry. I came back. They stayed until I got back to the shop. They didn't leave until I got back. One of them was supposed to be off at 3 o'clock. I got back at 6. Another one was supposed to be gone at 5, and another one was supposed to be gone at like 5:30. They all stayed till 6 because they wanted to lock back in with my energy so they could eat off me so they could go back home feeling full. Not realizing the reason that I was giving so much spiritual food that day is because I was giving so much of myself freely. That's why I was being paid in return with what I gave out. I was I didn't try to beat nobody up or like spiritually attack nobody to spiritually eat off somebody. See, when you don't spiritually feed off of people, the universe will bless you with an abundance of spiritual food because it's like, oh, well, here's the energy. We'll pull it from the sun. Here you go. Here's the energy. We'll pull it from a tree. Here's the energy. We'll give it to you from a random person on the street. Somebody who see you walking across the street. Somebody in traffic will give it to you. Because we saw what you did for those 3 girls and what you taught them. So instead of us trying to punish you for showing that you a badass, super mama, ninja, crazy person. Because if you're not protecting nobody out of complete protection, like if you out here doing that shit just to eat off people versus like, oh no, this little girl need protection, stop it, leave this little girl alone. Like, little men be in there trying to be nasty, and I'm like, I be hitting them in their third eye, like, what are you doing? Like, put my hand in front of their face, like, what are you doing? Get out of her, get out of her face, get out of her crotch. Why are you looking all up in her stuff? Move. You know, if you're not protecting a girl like that, if you're not using your spiritual authority to protect someone, and you're just simply being spiritually malicious to people just out of this, just because you want to be spiritually malicious, because you can be, you will be given spiritual malicious back. My phone overheated. The phone overheated. We're in between parallel realities right now, so God's trying to lift me up to the higher light space. So I apologize for anyone who fell off. Yeah, we in the lighter realm now. So we can talk more God talk now. So again, like I said, if God is trying to lift you up to a higher space and a higher place, you got to realize that you got to be, ooh, my drawers showing. Thankfully they match my skirt, right? So you can't tell this is my drawers. Anyway, so God's going to that was so mature. Why did I get a young piercing? I don't have this piercing. This is just a earring here. It's not really pierced right there. But no, if you're not using your spiritual authority to protect people, and you're simply using your spiritual authority to like be an asshole or like eat off people, you're going to be given that same returned energy. Like, people going to start treating you like shit. People going to start whooping your ass, and then you're going to feel like dumb because it's like, why would I pop my shit to just eat off somebody versus like, why wouldn't I pop my shit to protect the young, to protect the innocent, to protect the unaware, keep somebody under my wing, but not still also subject their energy and talk to them, you gotta work, because we work around here. Like, if you was told that the only way to work is to give your coochie, what's up, Lee? If you was told the only way to work was to give your coochie to men and not to protect yourself while you at work, and protect, at least if you're working, protect the womb of the person that you're with. If you weren't taught that, or if you don't think like that, then it's like, huh? Because don't get me wrong, everybody's contributing, but like, the younger people are supposed to be preserved because they're supposed to still be innocent. Just because we in it don't mean they got to go through it too. Like, we in it. We going through our point where we contribute to the universe and the flow of the universe. For them to still build their minds and get their minds strong enough to eventually become the ones to now shape the future based on the trauma that they didn't have to experience, that we're holding on our backs to protect them from it. We put this shit on our back to protect the younger generation. These girls are 16 and 14 and 20 something years old. I'm like, they still need protection. I'm 31. I just came out of my bubble. I've been kicked out the house since I was 31. So it's like, we as women supposed to protect these younger women. What's up? Ask the question. So then that brings me to my last client of the day. You go ahead and ask your question, man. My last client of the day, she came in late, 15 minutes left. The girl came in, she got dark bags under her eyes. She looked like she kind of got a scratch or something on her face. And she said something about, oh, I just been pulling my hair out, so I'm just stressed out right now. I could tell that that girl was getting her ass beat by a man. I'm talking about, I'm like, she said, I just been so stressed lately. I looked at her leg. I said, you better not be telling me the reason you stressed is because of that bruise on your leg, huh? I felt like a fucking auntie or some shit. You're not telling me the reason that you stressed out because of that bruise on your leg, is it? Yeah, that's the reason why. I said, he putting his hands on you. It's him, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Don't lie to me. Now I can feel her spirit resonating. She's still trying to find. She's still sitting in my spirit, trying to find a place of protection and fortitude and strength with me. Not realizing, baby, I'm homeless. My mother kicked me out on the streets, and I'm only able to give you this much power and strength because I had to learn to get out the mud. But I'll get to your question in just a second. Let me finish this thought. We women sometimes don't realize that the women that are protecting us have gone through just as much as us, if not more. But they're able to keep their space pure, upright, and dignified because they realize that we women, we mothers, we don't got time to be sitting here acting like we got issues. And the world tells us that, and that's why we act like that. Even though we're not supposed to, we have to take some of this slack on our backs to make sure that the next generation at least gets a little bit more of a chance to get past it. You get what I'm saying? I'm glad that you think that. Excuse me, sorry y'all. I had got full. It's too many people in my heart chakra. So she comes in with the bruise and I'm washing her hair. And again, she has hair down to her butt too. But the thing about her is she didn't get her hair cut. And that's so important because all the other women did. They were ready to let go of the dead stuff. They took the haircut. There was one, her hair was already short. She took the advice because she didn't know better how to make her hair not oily. So she had to take advice to make sure that her hair didn't end up the way it does. She always washing her hair, trying to hurry up and do everything every 2 days. No, baby. Don't wash your hair for a week. You training your hair to act like that. Just relax, take some advice, and come back in a week and let me know how it works out. You ain't got to get your hair done in a week. Just come back and let me look at it. She was willing to take the advice. But the last lady, all she got was a shampoo. You understand? She didn't get no hair cut off, and all she got was a shampoo. She wasn't ready to let go of that dead weight yet. And when we're not ready to let go of the dead weight, that's what stops us from our growth. So that's why in today's question I asked, is your family truly helping you through your spiritual journey, or are they holding you back? Because all of those women were still involved with family. The two girls, they had a father. The two girls, they were twins. They had their father and their mother probably. The 14-year-old, her mother was waiting on her outside the door. Her father came in and paid. She still had family. They were helping them, and they gave them the tools to survive. So they felt like they was bold enough to pop their shit because their family kept them in that space where they could. Right? Then the third girl, she had her work community that she was so involved in because she's growing up, but her work family became her new family. And they kept her so secure that she could speak on stuff because she's now in a safe environment where she's being held spaced, okay, kept safe. It only cost her $8 for shampoo, but I made $40 in tips yesterday. You see what I'm saying? I made $40 in tips, so I'm not going to say that she didn't tip, but the majority of my tip did not come from her per se. Nothing wrong with that, though. Life is life. I did 5 people hair and got $40 in tips, so approximately almost $10 from every person to get their hair done. It's not bad, right? Then the third girl, the fourth girl, she got a big ass amount of hair chopped off. She sat with me the longest. We really was just like laughing, like, yeah, I had my spiritual awakening, but you know, you gotta laugh this shit off because, bro, like working hard and being around old ass fuckers all day and having to like bend over and like help these old men that are trying to like pry into our drawers spiritually, you know, and just act like it's not going on. You just gotta laugh some shit off and, you know, just sometimes be like, okay. Like, be honest, like, I gotta go get some towels out the back. I gotta go. And just be honest about it. Like, if you feel uncomfortable, speak up. If you feel like something's wrong, speak up and just move around. You have the right to do so. And having that conversation with her, she chopped off about a foot of hair. But that last girl, her hair was the longest out of everybody's. Her hair was like almost down to her butt. But she did not chop none of it off. All she did was get a simple shampoo. And she was missing a patch of her hair in the scalp. Like, literally, it was pulled out to the scalp. She had a scratch on her chin. There was a piece of her chin missing. Her eyes, underneath her eyes, was so dark. So much life was being drained out of this girl. The bruise on her knee was like this big. The bruise was this big. It was huge. I was disturbed knowing that she's about to go back to the house with this dude here. Talking about something, oh, well, he helped me clean up. He helps you clean up, but look at you. Look at you. And it has got you talking to me crazy about you. You talking to me, a stranger, about yourself like you ain't worthy of something better than that. You talking to me like you don't even believe that you deserve better than that. No, that's not America, because a lot of women in America don't play that shit. A lot of girls in America like, I got my nails done, I got my toes done. I don't have to speak to you. You're on the block list. Like me, the guy that put his hands on me recently, he's on, even though I speak to y'all about him, we're not talking right now. We're not talking right now because it's like, you haven't shown me that you're ready to exude true devotion. It's not normal in America. It's not. It's a culture that's being perpetuated into America's for us to believe that it's okay so that we keep on procreating it. They want us to believe that that's okay so that we can keep on procreating that. They want men to believe that if you put your hands on your woman, that means you have control over her. That's a good thing. They want women to believe that if you submit to your man and let him lead you, that's perfectly fine. This is a Ford Fusion 2019. It's gold on the outside. As far as, do I sleep in a homeless shelter or my car? I sleep in my car. As far as, how do I feel about Diddy? I feel like that's not my business, but of course, if he did that shit, he did that shit, and that's wild. Point blank period. I don't care what your name is. If you did it, you wild. That's wild. It's not cool. I don't care how much money you have. It's never cool to treat nobody like that. Even if you do have mental instabilities, even if you do have things that's going on outside of, it's wild. You shouldn't do that. Does America have equal rights? Everybody has equal rights in America. However, women are still, certain men, based on their status, are given more abilities to do different things. And I'm not gonna lie, people have access to their superhuman abilities in America. Some of them. Some people actually pay to get special stuff done to them so that they can have special spiritual human abilities. We all have equal rights in America, but at the end of the day, there are people who are on platforms who will say things like, I'm white. I'm never going to let nobody that don't look like me get ahead of me in the food chain of politics or anything else. Excuse me. We don't even really vote for our president in America. We have electoral college, which usually always selects the opposite of the popular vote. So they want us to believe that we have democracy over here, but not really. It's more communist, if you ask me. But that's just my opinion. But that's why I asked on this journey, is your family helping you or hurting you? Because even the last girl was saying that her mom kept telling her that if she just speak better about this guy, it's going to change the relationship. It's going to change the situation. And to believe that is kind of crazy work to me. But, hey. I believe you. It probably is better for certain reasons. But y'all got bugs as bigger than my hand out there. Okay, I'm not walking nowhere where there's a moth as big as my damn palm flying around during the daytime. let alone even at nighttime when I can't see. That motherfucker fly into my windshield. Knowledge indeed, knowledge indeed. So again, is your family truly supporting you in your spiritual evolution, or are they hindering you? Because the two girls, like I said, they had a strong, structured family. They had very good ability to keep their third eye open and keep their heads direct and clear. Um, they had support. The third girl, she had her job to support her. That's her. That's your new family. Once you finally grow up, your new family becomes your job. Like those become your new cousins and your new brothers and your new uncles. Your job, because you're gonna be away from your family a lot more. You're gonna visit your family for a refresher, but your new family is your job because you're gonna spend most of your time at your job trying to make sure that you got enough money to work. Excuse me. And for the fourth girl, she also had her family and she had her job. She had both. She had a balance. She had three brothers and she had her mother and her father. She had family to support her. So she was laughing it off. She's like, I'm gonna be good when I go home. Like I know my brother's gonna whoop ass, whatever. So I'm straight. Her family's helping her. But the last girl, which was a reflection of myself to a degree, because I basically got to see myself in all my different ages basically yesterday. The last girl was like me without family, women without family, looking beat down in the face, bruised up, hair missing, hair pulled out, being okay with a dude not treating you right just out of the for love and survival. That shit is ass. But it's not the no, I'm not on no damn shrooms, boy. Are you crazy? I gotta go to work today. So excuse me. Always think about how your family is affecting your spiritual journey, but don't get so consumed in it, but just think about it. Are they helping you by supporting you to keep your head on right and supporting you by being a good part of your brain? And, you know, do they mean well when they try to keep you inside of their bubble? Or are they truly hurting you, leaving you outside the bubble and then telling you, yeah, stay over there with him? Because I don't want to take care of your ass no more because you don't listen. So let his ass beat you until you listen to him because I ain't dealing with your shit no more. But be able to identify all those as well. I got my tongue pierced when I was like 15, 14 years old. I've had it forever. It's not for anything. So, stop telling me that burping is gross. You told me you were going to send me Cash App yesterday and you didn't. Burping's not gross. Burping's natural. Burping's what the body does to release gaseous waste, or more importantly at this moment, release other energies that are clogging up my sacral chakras and my heart chakras, clogging up the chakra pathway. It's just my body's way of just readjusting itself, saying, ugh, okay, it's getting heavy, let it go. Even at work when I burp, people be like, oh shit, like the whole, everybody in the shop. Like, I be carrying a lot of people, so it's like sometimes even when I'm on here with y'all, I be needing to take a break because it's like I gotta go to work and do this for the next 8 hours too. I know y'all on my live and y'all listening, but like holding y'all so near and dear to my heart. I got a son that I gotta be worried about him, whether he got space in my heart. Y'all sitting here trying to take up all the damn real estate in the whole entire property. I'm telling you, I'm always burping. It's over 100 people in here. There's people all over the place in here. I need to burp y'all out sometimes. It's a spiritual thing. If you know, you know. And it's never good to feel bloated as a woman. I'm telling you, like, ugh. When you start feeling like it's too much in there, start feeling like you can't turn the right way because all this just feel like it's too much pressure right here because you ain't burped. It's too much pressure in your solar plexus. You can't because it's too much things you holding in there. When you burp it out, it's like, ooh, whew, my heart feel easy, feel light again. Thank you, God. Whew. Yes, we're in that season of destroying so we can rebuild. I feel like it's called a retribution moment. It's like And also, it's Mercury retrograde right now as well. Can you do a squat? I could squat like 300 pounds. Like, I have really strong thighs. I'm a Sagittarius. We're known to have strong hips and thighs. That's like the thing for us. That's literally the part of the body that we are in the zodiac that we show up as. Ugh. Yeah, I feel them coming. So yeah, I think that I'm gonna wrap it up kind of early today because I want to go ahead and get in the shower before I go to work. Where's my? Oh, here you go. These mosquito bites is really swollen. Like, I don't know what's up with these mosquitoes that bit me last night, but these bites is still like thick. And I noticed that when I'm with a particular person, whenever I'm with them, my body take forever to heal. But when I'm with other people, my body heal quick. Pay attention to that too. When you get cut or you get hit and your sores or scars take forever to heal, but when you with other people, they heal quick. Pay attention to that. Pay very close attention to that. When you start getting acne and it just seems like it's never going away with certain people, but then you get around other people, it go away quick. Pay attention to that. Pay attention. I want to ask that my angels, ancestors, and divine beings of the highest twilight come through at this time and help me cleanse and clear my energy so that I can go ahead and channel these messages from the most divine perspective. Ashe. Asheo. All eyes are watching you at this time. Sage, you have a protector in your energy. Someone's trying to make you a Nine of Cups offer. But be careful because you already have the whole ocean. You have abundance. You have abundance. You're very abundant. But you got to learn to be a student real quick so you can get to this next level. A King of Wands might be the person that'll help you or hurt you from getting your justice. Abundance means a plethora of money, a lot of money, abundant. There's a portal that you got to get through, but it's people like wolves and hyenas that are trying to stop you from getting to this portal. So if it's a wolf, it's trying to stop you from getting to the portal. Oh, child. But be patient and understand that your abundance is on the other side of the river. You see how they running? He following a dead man down the river trying to go over here to get to the abundance, but really, this is you taking a break because the abundance is on the other side of the river. It's just a straight across kind of thing. All you gotta do is build a bridge of wealth to get there. But these idiots, they running up and down the damn river, and look at how worried he is following him. So be patient and rest. Don't overwork yourself. It's 3 9s back to back, 999. That means a new age, new generation, new start. Excuse me, sorry. As they say, 6 is upside down. It's a 9 now. So 999 could be an important number for you today. If you see 999 today, just take note of what's going on when you see it. Ugh. Thank you. Okay, there's a lot of abundance coming on, and you're going to have a plethora of energy or things to share, but the devil card here is just be careful with your seduction and your to be sensual is great, especially as a feminine woman, but don't be seductive. Don't become a Jezebel. You know, the art of seduction is a beautiful thing, and it's kind of how life goes, but don't give it to everybody. You know, if you had a diamond, would you give a piece to everybody, or would you just like show it off to people? You know, you can have it where it's like it's shown, but it's not touched. You show based on how beautiful you are in your aura that you are a beautiful woman, but you don't let everybody touch your. You get what I'm saying? This man about to cross this one's path. He don't need to get up inside of her hoo-ha. It's just a, hey, how you doing? All right, bye-bye. You know, I'm sweet. I'm beautiful. It don't have to be a whole entire swirly, swirly, swirl. It's never going to be swirly. It's never going to give, I got to show you what this thing can do. Okay? That's for men and women. That's not how you're going to get your abundance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's been a 5 of Swords, betrayal, and backstabbing. So somebody stabbed somebody in the back. Someone who's in prison or someone who's going to prison. And there's a lion in the bushes just kind of sitting back and watching the whole thing play out. Maybe it's almost as if they orchestrated it, right? Almost as if they orchestrated the whole entire thing. Also, my love at first sight card just fell. So there's love at first sight for somebody. It's finally going to be acted upon. But someone has to trap death. Where it's at, hey, Ashley. Thank you for tapping in. Blessings to you, too. What's up, Justin Bieber? Ah! So just be mindful. Trap death where it lay at. Don't allow that in your space. Don't speak of it. You know, speak life into your environment. Speak life into your life. Speak about all the positive things you have going on for yourself. Don't allow things like death to creep into your conversation. Only speak about things that make you happy, because you're manifesting the future for you and everyone around you. So speak life. I'm cool. You looking good. Thank you, baby love. They say you may be the perfect person to get this job done. So if you're put in position to be a leader, don't take that as don't take that lightly. You see these people? These two people are kind of jealous. You see them hunchback like that? Hunchback of Notre Dame, not really happy for the person that's leading. Hunchback over here. But these two people who got smiles on their face and look interested, straight back, erect, straight back, erect. But the two people that's contemplating, like, how this person get ahead of us? I don't really like this dude. Hunchback of Notre Dame. Keep your back straight, keep your spine aligned, and keep your mind right. Don't be over there, why them and not me? Why they get the opportunity and not me? You over there looking like this, all hunchback of Notre Dame. You better put them shoulders back and be happy. Maybe if you put your shoulders back, you might just get to be the next person in position to get the same job done. Shoulders back, chest out, chin up. Get it together. Get it together. All right. We got the Seven of Wands, the child that fooled or tricked death. So there may be a child, or you may be the child who has tricked death out of its spot in your life. Someone tried to maybe bring an early death to your life, or tried to bring some kind of death magic to your household, try to put witchcraft on you, try to do something like that. You got past it. You defeated it, as you should, because you should. Because if you wasn't supposed to, you wouldn't be able to. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people think that they got the power to take your life away, take your light away, and do things to you, and it's like, no, that's not your authority in my life. Back down. Back down. Next card we got is the Hierophant. So there might be a Hierophant in your energy, right? That's life. Haters will hate regardless of the situation. Exactly. Like, people hate on me at my job, and I'm like, I'm homeless. But they be like, oh, but she's homeless. Forget her. She's homeless. Why the fuck you keep talking to these people at my job telling them I'm homeless, bitch? Maybe if people like you would shut the fuck up and try to be nice, people wouldn't be so rude out here in these streets. You rude as hell trying to tell everybody at work that I'm homeless. Why are you telling them that? If I didn't tell somebody directly that I'm homeless, why are you bumping your gums about my homelessness to clients? Because what you think that they don't want to come to me because I'm homeless? That doesn't mean that my energy is embedded in yours, because you're selling my energy off to them. So maybe me being homeless is the fact I'm connected to all nature around me, because I've been in nature for the last 7 months, out here in the trees and the bees and the grass. I don't got all these other people's energies around me. Why you keep bumping that to everybody at work? You old. Why you running your mouth? You a hater. Get your life together. Why you gotta talk so bad? Like, that's like me. Oh, well, she smells bad and she smells like pee. I said, sometimes you realize when you're around certain people that when you open your spiritual eyes, they not as clean as you think they are. But I didn't say, oh no, that one right there, she smells like pee. That one right there, she smells like death. Because that's not my job to do that. My job is to just relay a message, which means, hey, if your spiritual eyes open, you gonna know what's going on with people. Who's really alive, who's really dead, who's really being energy siphoned by other people, who's being harmed and hurt by other individuals. But for that lady at my job to keep saying that out loud, anyways, spiritual Hierophant. I know I don't look homeless, and that's why they mad, because I get my nails done, I still get my toes done, I still do my hair, I still have nice clothes, I have an actual diamond chain that passed the diamond test. Like, I, I don't have, like, the only reason I'm homeless is because my mom kicked me out the house after they told me to come move with them, when I was supposed to be fighting a case for my apartment because I had mold in it. Instead of them fighting with me in court, they decided to be like, nah, just leave, just come back home. And not come back home, and they just treated me like shit. Have you taken her aside and talked to her one-on-one? Every time I tried to, she just started, no, you're homeless because you were depressed about your baby daddy being in prison. I'm like, girl, I was so happy that he got locked up because he had a whole nother baby with a whole nother woman and lied to me about it until she was 6 months pregnant. I was so happy that he was in jail because I was getting my own money. I was so happy he was in jail because I didn't have to focus on him anymore. Not me being happy that he's in prison, but like, I was happy. I had come to a point in my spiritual journey where it's like, I sat in my closet and I realized, I'm like, this girl came to remove him from my space so that I could focus on my own life. So when people are like, oh, my ex-husband broke up with me, and like the lady at my job, she tried to project that on me. Oh my God, she tried to project that home on me, and my husband, yeah, well, my husband left me for someone else and didn't even tell me he got remarried. I'm just looking at the lady like, why you keep banging that same story like it's supposed to affect me personally? I don't care. I don't tell her my business. She's spiritually attuned to me. So she be hearing my conversations with my clients. So she be eavesdropping. They all like clicked up, so they be listening to each other. And it again, my mother just, when I tried to pull her to the side and ask her why she did that, because again, this video is about, is your family holding you back spiritually, or are they helping you on your spiritual journey? And every time I try to pull her to the side, she's like, no, you're homeless because you were depressed, and you're homeless because, yeah, you gave up your apartment or you got evicted. I'm like, no, they told me to leave and not pay $19,000 and not go to court. And y'all said, yeah, do that. Take that option because it's going to help your brother out. And I did that. And then as soon as I moved into your house, y'all started bullying me. And I have videos of y'all literally cursing me out, throwing my shit outside the house, literally just running me through the mud, treating me like shit. It's not until just now y'all trying to sit here and like, oh, I'll help you. As long as it looks like I'm the one that's helping you up and no one else is helping you, it makes me look good. But I wouldn't even be in this position if I didn't listen to you. Who has the OnlyFans, child? Go sit down and time out. Let me go help you out. I know I was affording my own apartment by myself. What are you talking about? I was affording it, and then I allowed my parent, my mother alone, to come convince me to stop fighting a court case because my apartment had mold in it. I allowed her to convince me to move in with her. And when I did that, she treated me like shit. So what are you talking about? That's what happened. I was paying my own bills in my apartment for 5 years. I had my own business and I owed nothing on taxes for 5 years. I still don't owe the IRS anything. I still don't have any tax issues. I've been doing everything on my own for more than 5 years, since COVID. And I've always had my own job since I was 14 years old. So whoever that is trying to put their foot down about some shit that you know nothing about, I'm going to need you to go ahead and exit the chat. Because sometimes people's parents really do be the thing that's holding them back because the parents are jealous. Maybe you didn't experience that in your household, and that's a blessing. But this is a conversation about, are your parents or is your family holding you back spiritually, or are they helping you push forward? Because even yesterday, I went to my grandmother's house. After being on live with y'all, I had 11,000 people in this chat room yesterday morning. 11,000 people had came across here and at least sat with me for 30 minutes was the sit time. So it wasn't like they came for 30 seconds and left. 30 minutes of their time was spent with me, and people were listening to at least a half an hour what I had to say. Right? So I had that energy on me, like, I'm all proud of this accomplishment. My grandmother and everybody in the neighborhood trying to tear me down, like, who is this to feel so big? What's this big energy? We need to tear it down. Who do they think they are? They're causing mayhem. It's like, no, I'm a powerful source. I have a son. I'm gonna go ahead and sit you down in timeout because you just asked a dumb question. I just said I have a son. Like, what? I'm gonna just put people like that. I just put them in timeout. I don't even respond to that. What would you describe your spiritual journey as? What's your faith? My spiritual journey is like, I got one of the hardest journeys out of people that I know, because I have to be a word of wisdom to women who are giving up. Like that lady last night that got her hair pulled out and had that bruise on her leg and had them dark circles under her eyes. If I didn't tell her what I told her, she might have committed suicide. She might be at that point in life where she's ready to just give up because she can't take no more. Because the Bible is only 2,000 years old, the one that everybody has, unless you're talking about the Ethiopian Bible. But I don't have a copy of that. And what is witchcraft? Everything in the world is witchcraft, my love. Having a kid is witchcraft. It's okay. I understand, but you need to move on and forgive them, or it's going to eat you for the rest of your life. You're still young and good looking. Bobby, that's what this video is about. I think you're not listening to the whole message. You came in during a point where I started speaking on a specific part of the message. And the whole message here is that we're reflecting on whether our relationships with our parents and our families are helping us move forward in our spiritual journey or if they're hindering us. And I'm going to tell you from my experience, my relationship with my parents has pulled me back, because when I went back home, it took me back from the independence that I had for 5 years, where I was doing everything by myself, for myself. When I moved back in with my mom and my stepfather and my siblings, it pushed me back to not being self-reliant, self-independent. I lost jobs. I lost clients. I was working my own business where I was doing hair, making $1,000 a week. So for me to go home to my mom and now not have access to my own clients, not have access to my hairstyling tools, and then she said, "Oh, I'll help you pay for your storage unit," and then all my storage stuff gets what? Auctioned off because she doesn't pay for the storage unit. She takes her card information off the account without telling me. It's almost as if they were purposely doing things to me to make me lose stuff. Like, why would you lie and say you're going to pay for that if you weren't going to do it? I said 2,000 years old. Christianity is only 2,000 years old. So don't bring Christianity into the chat and give you like, oh, well, if you read tarot cards, that's witchcraft. People, don't you use, do your children use flashcards in elementary school and learn how to say a apple? So how is a card with a picture on it witchcraft? Like, come on now. Get out your feelings about stupid stuff. Oh my God, that card has a picture on it. It's witchcraft. It has a number on it. It's witchcraft. If you don't stop what you're doing and go sit down on a hot tack. Anyways, next card, Hierophant card. This is a spiritual leader, a person who's spiritually attuned to the clouds, animals, nature. If this is you, you might be the one who tricked death or got away from someone trying to cause you some kind of death in your spirit. And death doesn't literally mean, death can be like an ending to something that's beautiful, a new beginning, a new spiritual outlet, a new job, something that's more alignment. That's why we're having this talk, this conversation. Sometimes your family can be the people who are literally spiritually misaligning you, because they don't want you on a path that will free you from their grasp, their claws, their hierarchy over your life. They want you to stay underneath the family name. But it's like, most people be like, fuck my family name. The family tried to fuck me up. Y'all saw Soul Food. The family fucked my husband. And look, my sister done slept with so many of my ex-boyfriends. She slept with my prom date, got pregnant by him and so much. The family fucked my husband. So honestly, you might believe that my family did nothing to me, but what truthfully happened is they really fucked me up. Real time. Fucked my husband, made sure all my belongings and stuff got sold away in storage, made sure I left my apartment, the only place that I had that was safe and protecting me from them, and the one neighborhood that I was gaining authority in, because people were starting to listen to what I was saying, because they were seeing that what I was saying was true and it was manifesting in real time. Everything that I mentioned, they were seeing it in real time. So that's why I'm making this video, to ask people, is your family truly helping you or are they hurting you? Because if I go to my grandmother's house and, why are you coming in here with all that energy? What's going on? And she's trying to walk all extra slow, like trying to make me open her up, like open myself up to her. It's like, I don't want to be open to your energy, because you're open to everything in this neighborhood, because you have no more spiritual boundaries, because you're old. I don't want to feed every single person in this neighborhood what I just got off of y'all. If 11,000 of y'all are pouring into me, I don't want to pour into this community that doesn't even like me. The people in this community are always trying to bully me out of being an authority figure in my own life. They looking at me like, she ain't shit. She ain't never gonna be shit. She's just a homeless girl that trying to make her grandmother look bad. No, my grandmother literally has a whole entire couch and living room set that I purchased, but yet I'm sleeping outside of my car, literally right next to her house every day, and she knows it, and can go to bed peacefully knowing that. What's the difference between me sleeping outside in my car and sleeping on your couch that I bought? That literally is a futon. It's meant to be slept on. What's the difference? Jesus don't even exist. Where's the DNA that proved that Jesus actually existed? And if Jesus is only a story that's 2,000 years old, what were we doing before Jesus existed? We just gonna move T Smoke, because how your name T Smoke and you talking about Jesus? Bye. It's a whole entire contradiction in itself. All our families do in one way or another, but the only one who does not is Jesus. Y'all gonna have to go ahead with that Jesus talk. I love me some religion. Damn, you look good and rested to be sleeping in your car. I do, but I even got some of my energy in my eye right now. Like, I know when this happened right here, it's the energy that's attached to me to be draining me. That's what I said. I'm good spiritually. Look at it say 22 people in the live and 11 likes. That's my birthday backwards. I ain't got to lie. I'm spiritually attuned to the whole entire universe. That's why I'm still here. That's why I said, is your family really helping you or they hurting you? Because my family tried to do all of that. I still ended up getting a stable job. I still go to work every day. I still smell better than all my coworkers because they be smelling like piss and urine and shit. And I'm not saying that to like shade them, but it's like, it's true. Hold on, y'all. No way your name is bound forever and you talking about Jesus freeing you. But I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to judge nobody because all religions matter. So if you're telling me that Jesus is the only way, but there's other religions and people who follow Shakti, Shiva, and everything else, if all them people still got beautiful lives, Jesus ain't the only way. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. If these people follow freaking Catholicism and these people follow Baptist and these people follow Allah and everybody got a prosperous life, obviously Jesus ain't the only way. He's not the only way because how's everybody having a peaceful life? There's a lot of people who follow Jesus actually that still have corrupt lives. Did you hear Jesus say that? It's only one God and his name ain't Jesus. It's Source because we all come from Source. All right, I'm not here to argue that. We're talking about our family right now and how our family contributes to our spiritual growth or de-evolution or devaluation. My point is this. My baby father in prison can't help me out here, right? But everybody says, oh, keep your family together and go back to your family. Be a good wife and, hold him down while he's in prison. Like, if I go and support somebody who's in prison, who right before he went to prison was talking so much shit to me and had a baby on me, what y'all be the main ones talking about Jesus and God? Like, what do you mean I'm going back to him to go? That makes no sense. Then the same people be like, oh, if you go with this new guy, well, the new guy tried, but when he did, y'all all got it wrong. Spirituality is a thing. We just had to give it a face. Everyone from every different culture wanted to give their version of spirituality a face. Okay? Let's just make it clear. Them people over there who got bendies on their forehead wanted their Jesus to look like an elephant, so they got Ganesh. Them people over there, they wanted Jesus to look like them, so they said Jesus was Jewish. Them people over there, they wanted Jesus to look like them, so they said Jesus is Santeria. Jesus Cristo. Everybody wanted Jesus to look like them, so they made their own version of what they thought God was. At the end of the day, it's one source. We all need the sun to live. If the sun ain't here, the trees die. The grass die. Water don't evaporate, and we don't have rain, and we don't have water. So if you can't understand that about life, because ain't no man out here making a tree grow. Ain't no Jesus Christ like trees grow and give them apples. Water come from the sky. It's the sun getting hot and the water evaporate and it go into the sky and make clouds and then it rain. Nature is God. Mother Nature is God. Women are God. Y'all are fucking delusional. Because Mother Nature that holds you in its womb, the nature of mother is where you had to be in a woman's womb for 9 months before you even got to breathe air. And y'all talking about some Jesus is the God. What? There's no man named Jesus looking at the roots of the tree like, okay, roots, get the nutrients. Okay, rain, start the day. It's no man named Ganesh that got an elephant head that's a baby that's fat talking about something. You give me chocolate, I'll make sure that it rains today because we're going through a drought. It's nature. Nature is God. That's the only God. Nature. And how we align with nature, because the reason we have issues with our nature is because everybody's trying to hurry up and go to what? Work and go be where? In a building for 8 hours of the day, not connected to the sun, not thinking about the sun, just thinking about whatever's on their fucking phones and on their screen. And what their boss assignment is. Oh, boss said I gotta turn in these batches by Tuesday. So I'm stressed out. I can't even think about, is the sun shining on my forehead? Did I look at the moon last night? What's nature doing? These are not my, this not, no, this my eye over here. Sorry, this my eye right here. This is my brother's eye. My brother is like my masculine support. Whenever my boyfriends run away, my brother comes to try to be that guy for me. So this is not my eye. This is my eye right here. See, that's my eye. This is right here. That's not me. That's my brother. When you understand feminine energy versus masculine energy. See, now my mom trying to come in and be like, oh, I'm here. Oh, mom, get away. They got pain in their eyes. You can't look at nature and say that God didn't create that. I'm saying that God is that. He didn't create anything. He is that. Right, but yet everybody talking about some Jesus got straight hair and they put him on a cross. So sit down, bound forever. If it's a sin to depict what he looked like, then why did they describe him as skin like this, hair like sheep's wool? They described him in the Bible. All right, I'm gonna just go ahead. I'm not arguing with y'all because we're not even talking about that aspect of. We talked about that 2 lives ago. If y'all want, y'all could go back to that live. Y'all not about to come here and throw off this one, because that's not what we talking about here today. Today we talking about, is the family contributing to the progression of your spiritual journey? Okay. So y'all throwing off the whole entire point of the conversation. I'm on my phone to get people to get off their phone because I know that so many people are watching their phone. It would behoove me to use the platform to get people to stop being on their phone. Like, only come on here and see me at 6 o'clock and maybe another person that you follow at 10, but don't spend most of your day on the phone because you already got to go to work anyway. So try to spend most of your morning outside. This morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, my feet was in the grass with no shoes on. I meditated. I did the work. So you need to start doing the work on yourself because your family going to try to have you go get a job, go to college, go get that career. Oh my gosh. So who taught you that nature was God's law? What book did you read that some man wrote to sway your mind to think like him? The same people that say sex is demonic also don't realize sex is a thing that we need to procreate to repopulate the earth. It's like people be saying stuff, but it's all contradictory. The one thing is this: we all need nature. Nature don't need us though. Nature got bees to float around and go spread the pollen wherever. Nature got birds to go ahead and eat the bees that's on their way out. Nature don't need us. We need nature. So they say we need God, but God don't need us. So then what's the correlation that nature would be what? God itself. Because we need nature to live. We need sun to live because we need vitamin D. We need the rain, the water to fill the oceans and the lakes and the levees. So we need evaporation and rain precipitation. We need that. It don't need us. It does it whether we wake up or not. I don't even feel like finishing y'all reading because y'all just funked up my energy for, okay? All right, matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and still finish it. Although we got these county buildings trying to come over here and come siphon the energy and get all up in the hoo-ha. I don't got time for it. So we gonna go ahead and leave these men right. Look, as soon as I start driving, they stop their car. Wait, we want to get access. No, you don't. No, you don't. Like I said, my reality needs me more than I need my reality. I don't need these men in this truck to cut the grass. They looking at me like, why you leave? Wait, acknowledge us before you go. Let us into your womb, your magic, your portal. Give us energy from your portal so that we could use that energy and be connected to you. And look, county building, look, county cars, all the county cars trying to come past. Wait, we want to reconnect. Let us connect to your sacral chakra in your womb. Where have you been at all night? Y'all be forgetting that the woman's womb is the magic. The woman's heart is the magic. Wait, come back, connect to us. Give us that energy. I mean, I don't leave my car on while I sleep in it though. I start the car and leave the engine on and go to sleep, and my car just automatically times itself out and turns off completely by itself. My battery dies at work because you wouldn't believe me if you haven't experienced this level of consciousness yet. You're not gonna believe shit I say. You're gonna think that I'm crazy if you haven't been in my life and experienced this level of consciousness. And most people don't get to experience this level of consciousness before they die because they get afraid or they stay within the walls of society. I dated a guy, and I can't make this shit up. I dated a guy, and while dating this guy, I went through several spiritual ascensions. While dating him, there was a point in time, because as you all know, your nervous system runs on what? Electricity. If you die, what do? They rub those two plates together and they electrocute your ass. So that would mean that the human body runs on electricity. When we rub our feet on the carpet, what can we do to each other? Shock each other. When we rub a balloon on our head, what do we get? Static electricity. When our clothes rumble around inside of a dryer over and over again, what happens? Static, right? So that would mean that electricity is very important to the ecosystem in general. Meaning thunderbolts and lightning, all of that. Electricity is very important to everything that is around us, right? I'm good. So the guy, when I dated him, the reason you feel like that's because of his energy. It's him. It's his energy. And I'm trying to tell you, that's what I'm saying. I went through several spiritual ascensions while dating him. What happened with this guy, he asked me one time, why don't I just die already? I'm like, because I'm not supposed to. Like, why you trying to make me die? What are you trying to make me die for you to live? Like, I don't. Okay. I think we're back. All right. So I'm just make this real clear for y'all. I dated the guy, went through all these spiritual ascensions. My phone overheated for no reason because it's not even hot outside. So this time, that'll let you know it's all energy. But anywho, it's because we're switching into a different frequency. That's why I'm trying to get you guys to understand it's all frequency. The phone had to overheat because it wasn't used to that much frequency. The frequency we were at was way slower. We're moving to a faster frequency, so things are heating up. The weather's heating up. The sun is heating up. Everything around us is moving faster. We're getting closer to the sun, right? Just off me just switching from one man's energy to the next man's energy. Just letting you know everybody's a different frequency. Everybody's a different radio station. You get into the understanding of it, then you get it, right? So I started dating this guy, and I tried to lock him out of my car. It used to work at first. I would lock the door and try to run into the car and be like, I'm about to leave. I'm not about to be here no more. I need to leave your house. I can't be here with you. There was this time where I got into my car and I locked the doors, and all he did was walk up to my car. He didn't do anything. He walked up to my car, and my car completely unlocked for him. And I was like, hold the fuck up. How the fuck did you just do that to my car? He ain't have no key. They said he had a key fob in his hand. I haven't had an extra key fob since I was at my mom's house when I moved. So it wasn't that he had an extra key fob. People have the ability to use telekinetic energy and stuff to mess with your stuff. Even when there was a time I tried to call the police on him. He was just looking at me standing outside his house, and it was something he was doing where my phone was just going like, it sounded like he was jumbling the energy on my phone, so like the call would not go through. I had to like push his energy out of my cipher, out of my womb, in order for me to be able to make the call connect to the police. Because everything's energy, everything's spiritual. So everybody be talking about God, 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 not realizing we are God in flesh. We are actually the body of God. When we understand how much authority we have, when we truly connect to the atomic level of what we are, then you'll understand why they say people got superpowers. Why people can move things with their mind. That's why you see people on the internet moving water bottles and moving aluminum foil with their hands, pushing energy out, because it's true, it's real. That's why they say some people are practicing witchcraft. No, it's just you understanding your body on an energetic level and being able to learn how to manipulate the energy around you. That's the whole point of coming to Earth. That's why some people die early, because they figured it all out early. It's just they try to act like they don't know nothing so they could keep on bypassing and just having that amount of knowledge and still be on Earth, which is another form of manipulation of energy, so that you can stay here and still have that much authority on this land. So y'all call it witchcraft, but really it's just the understanding of what you are. And most people can't handle that, because when you understand what you are, you can't be controlled anymore. And society don't want that. Society don't want you knowing that you got electric atomic energy that you could throw across the room and you could literally like make a whole entire car unlock with your mind. Society don't want you knowing that you could telekinetically move a cup inside of a bottle. Like, there's a boy who he focused on it so much, he used to put cups inside of glass globes. Like, you just did that with air. He's like, okay, if I did it with air, watch this. The cup is inside the bottle. I mean, the plastic cup is inside the glass globe that's big. It can move and flip up and do stuff. So it's just people don't understand that we're atomic beings, and when you understand how atomically engineered you are, you can connect to that level of frequency with the earth and make things move and shake around. But a lot of people don't attain that amount of knowledge before they go, because they're so busy trying to chase money. They're so busy trying to chase somebody else's lifestyle. They're so busy trying to hold another person back. So is your family truly elevating your spiritual ascension and progress, or are they holding you back because they don't want you to have that kind of authority, where you're now able to manipulate things around you energetically? Or you're able to look at your shoulder and be like, yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. Nah. Like, yeah, nah. Like, yeah, nah. Is your family truly helping you get to that level where you understand that you have the right to do that? Or are they holding you back because they want to keep you in their bubble? Because once you don't live in your mama's house, your mama shouldn't be telling you how to throw your energy around. If she not paying your bills no more, she not wiping your booty no more, she not doing your laundry no more, your grandma not doing that stuff for you no more, they not really actually doing anything for you but allowing you to maybe what? My grandma allowed me to take a shower at her house and then give me a hard time about it every single time. But everything in her living room, I bought. Huh? I can't sleep here, but I bought everything in the living room. What? Huh? How'd that work? So I invested my energy, my existence into you being comfortable, but now I need a few weeks to get my mind right and sleep somewhere flat. I'm sleeping in my car every day. And you got people out here looking at me like I'm an evil person. But where do you think I'm getting these energies from? It's random people that pull up next to my car in the middle of the night and do all kinds of things to my body while I'm sleeping, because I don't have nowhere to keep me safe. Huh? Why would you think that I would carry around this kind of malice in my heart on purpose? It's because it's people around me that's supposed to be my family, and they're not giving me no place to sleep. But I've done so much for them and their households. I've put so much furniture into their house. I put so much energy into them and their craft. I've invested my soul into them and their life, and still do. And they got me out here in the streets. That's why them babies crying, because they feel the energy. They like, this is disturbing. I'm not doing nothing to your kid. Your kid is feeling the energy of a person that's not being kept safe by anybody, not even a family that is supposed to love them. So it's like, I'm not doing nothing to your kid, but I can feel somebody's definitely like, I can feel energy hooking into my heart chakra right now on my right side. It's going like this, straight in my heart. I can feel it. I can go in there and touch it and peel it back. And now it's gone. And the baby stopped crying. It's not magic. It's not witchcraft. It's seeing energy because you can feel it. It's not witchcraft. It's self-defense because you got to a certain level of consciousness. And people want to look at it like you're doing something bad, but you're simply just protecting your peace and the peace of other people around you. Because if I come around and I leave all this stuff in my energy and I come around people, they think that I'm evil. They don't realize it's people doing stuff to me. And because it's in my energy and they're doing it to me, now you feel it. It's not me doing it to you. It's the fact that my brother, I bought this bag. I don't never have. This is my mom's face. This is my grandma's face. This is the family face. This is what they look like because they do bad stuff to me. But y'all know when I don't talk about my family because my face don't look like this. Yesterday on live, I didn't look like this. It's showing the pain that they carrying. And it's like, well, you doing it to them. No, I'm not. Look at all these dragonflies flying around my car. I'm not doing nothing to nobody. I went to work yesterday and was hanging out with my coworkers and my clients. My grandma, don't come to my house tomorrow. I gotta leave early. You can't be taking no showers. And you know that the shower don't open at the gym until 6 p.m. You know that if I wanted to take a shower every day at the gym, I could go at 6 p.m. But if I need to take a shower in the morning to get to work by 9 a.m., you know I have to come to your house. You know that, but you still say rude things to me and then project that energy onto me and to make me look, because I'm coming to the neighborhood with an attitude about it. Like, dang, why would she say that to me? Instead of just being like, just make sure you come here by 6 a.m. and take your shower because I got to leave by 8 a.m. There's no communication. And it's like, I'm looked at as the bad person. Like, I'm the person that needs to get out of the neighborhood, or I'm the evil person, or I'm doing something bad. But it's like, I've been here since I was a baby. I was the human sacrifice for all this to even be a thing. Everything in this neighborhood tapped so deep into my energy. For me to not be able to come here and wash my ass just once in a blue moon is crazy. The only reason I come so consecutively is because of the fact that this is my grandma's house. Who can't come to grandma's house and take a shower? Y'all got grandmas that y'all can't shower at their house? Because men lead you logically. That's common sense. Because a man's penis fits into your vagina from the day that you're born. Your father's. That's how you learn how to love a man, and you learn how to be loved by a man, and for sons to their mother. And that's why you find someone who reminds you of your parent. So if you weren't given the right example of that, it's not my fault that I now have to fall into certain situations that aren't healthy because I was never shown a healthy example of a man. But if I have enough understanding to see that it's unhealthy and stand up and get out of it, that's why we become spiritual women and lead other people, because our spirits have gone through certain stuff that we see is not cool, and we try to warn other women to not do it. So to look at that as something that's funny, not realizing the stemming root cause of it, is ignorant in itself. For you to come on this platform and try to degrade what I'm doing. So you are not an educated black man or educated white man or yellow man or green, purple, pink. I don't know what color you are. I'm not judging you based off your race. I'm just judging you based off the ignorance that you just spewed out. Because, of course, a lot of women's stories going to start with, I dated a guy. Because most of the time, your life changes when you date a new man because now you're in his mind, his mental state. Your womb is now attached to his phallus and the way that his brain is functioning and firing. So, of course, a spiritual awakening is going to start when you get into a new environment. When you get married to a new man, it's not your father, your life changes. When you break up with a man and you have a kid with another man, but you're still attached to another man, things are changing. It's a different kind of storyline. But every single time you open your womb up to a different man, even if it's your boss and y'all are spiritually connected because y'all got to connect for work purposes, your world changes. So yeah, every story is going to start with I dated a guy, or I worked at a new place, or I found something new about myself, or I went into a different environment. That's how spiritual enlightenment and awakenings work. New guys, new brains. Because you live inside the mind of your man. That's why he's supposed to lead you. But you are the womb that his mind lives what's inside of. So that's what gives you your divine presence as a woman, as a God, because Mother Nature, because happy wife, happy life. If a guy makes a woman happy, then his environment is happy because the womb he lives in is happy. So when a woman is upset with life and a man is attached to her, his life is miserable. That's why men leave miserable women and go cheat. Because it sucks to live inside of your body because you're miserable. So the man leaves you. But if you're in that woman energy, you just flurrying and floating and you just pushing out all that sexual divine energy at your man and y'all dancing, having fun. Y'all could eat food together. And it's not going to be perfect with every man. That's why women break up with men and date new men, because some men they didn't have the right upbringing when they was brought up by their mothers. So no one's guilty. No one sex is guilty. Every individual story is different. I'm very intelligent. You might come on here and think, oh, she's homeless and dumb. But no, I'm very smart. I've learned a lot in these 31 years of living. Most of us forget that we have trauma from our parents that we have to heal. It's your job to heal it so that your kids don't go through the exact same story. So if you got to wear a few stress days on your face and you got to look a little puffy in the face, you got to have some swollen ankles occasionally, so be it. But don't sit here and say, oh, well, all women that date men are dumb and your spiritual awakening is bullshit because you fucked the wrong guy. The wrong guy isn't the wrong guy until after you fuck him, because he got what he wanted. Now it's time for him to show who he really is. Because a guy could be perfect Sam until the day that you pop out 3 kids, and the next thing you know, he goes batshit crazy and fucking shoots up the whole house. People change every day because something new happens to us every day. You can't blame somebody for something that happened with a person when people literally are just like atoms. We vibrating at different frequencies. I'm turning on 93.9 right now, and in 5 seconds, I'll listen to 95.2. People change every 5 seconds. The frequency in people change every 5 seconds. So you can't get mad because somebody's frequency change and you sitting there riding their wave. Learn how to ride your own wave. Then you don't have to worry about somebody else's wave changing. But to be mad at a woman or say we're invalid about saying my spiritual journey started after I dated this guy, like, duh, I'm on a new frequency. I'm learning something about this frequency that I'm on. I'm surfing a new wave. Yes. Come on now. Be intelligent if you're going to be here. Don't come in this chat room and be dumb. I don't like people who make ignorant statements out loud. Like, if you're going to be loud, say something smart. Don't say something dumb and be on a platform. Don't come in the comments and say something dumb. If you're going to speak loud, that's why I said today's goal for everyone on my Instagram, I said today's goal is let's shake up and realign corporate America by speaking our mind to our bosses today. Like, if you really feel like your coworker is a bitch, say that shit so she knows, hey, when you come around here and you do this one mannerism, I feel like it makes you, like, it really gives off bitch. Or it really gives off unprofessional. It really gives off you have an issue with me. So what's the problem? I addressed a 73-year-old woman. I said, what's the problem? Do we have a problem? And after that, we ended up clicking and being cool. I had to let her know, I feel whatever you're trying to do. You think because you an older African woman, you going to put me in place. I read the room very well, woman. I'm not slow. Like, I get you 73 years old and you've been at this job location at hair cuttery this long, but what's the problem? Are you like mad at me because I'm popping my shit? Or is it a man's energy? Is it the man that I'm dating? Like, why'd you bring your husband to work with you 2 days ago? What are you doing? What's going on? So that I can understand the situation that I'm in. Nothing changes until you address the head. My boss came in. She saw. So what's the problem? I said, oh, well, your little coworkers is trying to bully me. And honestly, I don't have time for it. If you want to have people in here trying to be my boss, let me know who is the shop manager aside from you. Because I don't think I'm supposed to be conforming to anyone in here but you, because nobody else in here is a shop leader. You haven't said Rose is the leader or Griselda is the leader. You haven't identified either one of them as a shop lead when you're not here, or second in command when you're not here. So I don't feel like I should be submitting to any of these stylists. So who is the one and not the two? Because I need to know what to do at work. If you don't shake up corporate America, you're going to be shooken up. I'm not going to be shooken up because I know I'm not stupid. I know I didn't come in here with an evil intention to do anything to anyone that was negative. So let me know what's going on in this building before I blow the fuck up and let you know that, bitch, I don't play them games. I'm not stupid. I'm not young. I'm very aware. So, baby, stop playing with me in my head top. I can feel you in my frontal lobe. Get the fuck out of my brain. Mind your business. To my coworkers, of course. And then even that's why I said this live is about family. Like my family be, as soon as I talk about them, they pop up at work. I'm like, what are y'all doing here? Don't come in here starting to like kick people's asses and stuff at the job place, making me look crazy. I mean, you fucking up my job. You fucking up my money. So then every 5 minutes, oh yeah, well people, her sister has such long hair. They trying to eat your soul up. They trying to ride your energy. They want me to bring your energy in here to feed you to these white people. I'm trying my best to not think about nobody in my family while I'm at work, except for myself. Whatever I need to come off the back of my back is off me. Not my family. Let them go live their lives. They get their master's degrees. They in college. They getting whatever. When my other sister got a daughter to take care of. Why you keep trying to ask me to bring my family members in here for y'all to eat? Because, see, the thing is, when you bring your family members in here, you let your family members fucking run through the shop and terrorize everybody spiritually. But if I bring my son in here, he start terrorizing, and it's like, oh, he's a kid. Sit him down and give him a haircut. Hold him down while we trim him down to size. What the fuck, bro? But if it's your grandson, he could run through here and stomp on everybody's head like a damn malicious idiot. No, we not doing that. Corporate America, get your act together. Your name is El Diablo. I'm not even listening to what you got to say. Thank you for tapping in from the UK. Y'all are dope over there. Thank you. Hello, beautiful. Thank you, guys. What are you talking about? I had my own business. My only reason my business don't exist is because my mom and my brother told me to move out of my apartment. And it still exists because I still do hair. I still do locks and everything else outside of my... And I also sell... Matter of fact, why don't y'all all just go to my website and purchase my Parasite Detox since I don't have my own business. Y'all all go pay $40 and get this sent straight to your doorstep so you can detox them parasites out of y'all brain, because y'all are tripping. My point is this. If you don't go to work and speak your mind, you're going to keep getting treated like shit by your bosses. If you don't go to work and stand up for yourself, you're going to get stepped on. If you don't go to that ex-boyfriend and be like, I'm not doing this with you, I don't like how you running the show, you're going to keep on being in the same show, the same episode. If you don't go to your brother and be like, bro, I don't need you to like babysit me while I'm at work. I need you to like back off me, actually. Like back up. Live your own life and stay out of mine right now. I'll figure it out. I'll find somebody else's toto to be riding on. Excuse me. Mom, I got this. I'm good. Grandma, I got this. I'm good. And if they don't understand that and they still want to be all up in your space, like I could feel it. One of my ankles is swollen, the other one's not. So I already know I'm in my mom's house because my mom got the left ankle. My brother got the right ankle. I don't want to be in y'all's energy right now. It's unsafe. It doesn't make my nervous system feel like I can speak out. Like you see how I push that energy out and now I feel like lighter? Because that's their energy. They like that bully shit. I don't like that energy. Because I'm genuinely a person that wants to see everybody do well. I vibrate high and light. They come around, I get these dark circles around my eyes and these bags, and I start looking like y'all looking at me like there's so much pain in my eyes. There's no pain in my eyes because I understand everything I went through manifested me into being this wonderful woman that could have grace. where I could tell 14-year-old or 16-year-old at work yesterday, hey, I know that you strong, baby. You could pop your third eye like a damn missile, but don't do it while you in here because you're shooting me in my forehead and it's disrespectful. I need you to relax because you're hitting everybody up in here. You might be trying to aim it at that person, but we all work together, so you technically hitting me up too. And the secret is, if you show off how strong you are, everybody gonna want all your arsenal. They gonna, oh wait, she's strong. Let me get some of that. Oh, what's her? Okay, let me link it. Let me find a way to lock in. Let me get. I'm gonna be on level 6 and 5. I'm gonna be on 4 and 6. Yeah, I'm gonna be on room 6 and 4. Now they all up in your chakras, all up in your solar plexus, and you trying to figure out how to get them out. And they just eating up. I got so much gifts, so much spiritual food given to me at work yesterday. And then they people that left that didn't get it because they was being rude bitches, the older women, because they was being rude, beating people asses, and people saw that. They got mad and stayed 3 hours extra after work just to be able to peel it off of me again. And then stayed in my aura all night and thought about me and then sent spiritual attacks at me because they're like, ain't no way she gonna leave with the bag. How she leave with the bag? Because people thought that I deserved it because of my actions, because of my wisdom and how I was carrying myself at work. Y'all were acting like bitches. Y'all were acting like children. So the people who were watching spiritually, they saw that y'all were not actually of caliber to run the salon. Y'all don't have the wisdom or the integrity to run such a place. Y'all are running in this place like, oh yeah, we elbowing everybody. But you're doing it to the children because the children are acting with authority instead of thinking like, maybe if we stop letting these grown-ass men put their spiritual penises in these little girls just because it's just business, maybe we could actually balance out, what's really going on in the shop. Because it's like every single time a young person come into the shop, y'all got all these old dudes up here. And the girl said, she's like, it's a lot of old guys here, isn't it? My gosh. She's sitting there like, my womb is tired. It's like, all y'all, it's tiring being here. But she also works at a country club, so she gets it. But it's like people be so blind to their role in the situation. They thinking, oh yeah, we helping. No, you're holding someone down so they can be spiritually raped just because it happened to you when you were young, and you think that it's just the way of life. It's not the way of life. The Ankh says a woman's womb is supposed to be married to one man and his life. So if my husband don't got nothing to do with this neighborhood, I have no business being spiritually or wombly invested into anything here. I can go ahead and drop off some treats to my grandma and y'all can eat off of her if she's connected to all y'all, but I have no reason to be connected to every single man in this neighborhood because I don't live here. But people just don't conceptualize that. I don't have no reason to be spiritually married to every man in the salon because I don't plan on being here long term. But people just be so blind that they're literally appropriating a culture that allows women's wombs to be just propagated and permeated and raped by men. It's like if I want to tell somebody to get the hell out of here and I'm like, no, I'm closing the doors. I don't want you in here. And the man keeps forcing his way in. Like right now, the guy in front of me who's just sitting in front of me trying to charge. I'm like, maybe he's trying to help me receive. He's trying to pour into me. I don't know. But as soon as he came over here, I started feeling pain. So I don't know if he's trying to help me or hurt me. But as soon as I said, no, I'm good, I'm going to close everything out of there and just clean it out, he closed his car door. People don't be paying attention to what's going on. They think that it's just a game out here where you just be open. You can help out people and you can also say, I'm good. I would like to pass on this right now. I don't want to do that right now. I'm good. You can even take your own headspace. I can feel it right now. I can feel them swinging right into my brain. I can feel the energy just going like this straight into my head. I can feel it. I can feel it just boom, boom, boom. And I'm seeing on the waves map, I see who's doing it. It's my family. So it's like, is your family really helping you or they hurting you? They really be hurting you in your spiritual journey 9 times out of 10. They don't want to see you ascend because if you ascend, then you get to tell how bad they really treated you. And they don't want that. So for me personally, they're not helping me on my spiritual journey. They will rob me blind and then try to leave me in a lower version of world and be like, oh yeah. Meanwhile, they got the wool over my eyes, pushing me down, not realizing like, hold on. If I go to outside space camera, oh my God, they literally got a whole entire horrible ass, like, they're projecting a whole entire thing. Let me tie this thing down like this and move this over here and put that over there. Oh my God. That was over top of my head the whole entire time. and my family was doing it, and my work family was doing it, that's when your spirit trying to tell you it's time to move around. That's all. But I hope y'all got what y'all needed from this. I'm about to go ahead and hurry up and go to my grandmother and just be like, hopefully she let me wash my butt. Like, you know, I got to beg and plead with the woman who's supposed to be my guardian, the person I was left with when I was a newborn when my mom went back to college. This supposed to be my guardian. But every time I gotta beg to take a shower. So I'm gonna go beg to take a shower. Hopefully I could take one before I go to work and be in people's faces with my crotch right next to their head 8 hours of the day. I gotta beg for some odd reason. Yet they comfortable in their living room off my money, off my back, off my stress, off my energy. Oh no, I'm just saying. I want y'all to know I have a great day because I get tipped upwards of $40 to $50 a day, and I still get paid every Friday. So I'm making a decent amount of money, and I'm getting my money in my hand every day, enough to eat and send money to my son. So I'm good. I'm letting y'all know I could be going through hell, and I still am appreciative and grateful and in gratitude for my life. So if I can do that, and I got family that I gotta beg just to wash my ass for simple, basic things, and I'm not even asking to pay cell phone bills. They don't pay no bills. They don't help me with nothing but just open your door and let me put water on my skin. Jesus said, when I was hungry, did you feed me? When I needed clothes, did you clothe me? When I needed shelter, did you shelter me? Did he not? Okay. So, hey, it's up in God's hands. Because y'all see me, I still got glowing skin. I still got charisma, and I still go to work, and people don't even realize that I'm homeless. I have to tell the people at my job that I'm homeless. Like, they don't believe me. When I tell them that I'm homeless, they don't believe me. I smell so good, and I got such a charisma about myself. They don't even believe that I'm homeless. How old are you? I'm 31. But this all happened because my family asked me to leave my apartment and give up my business. And then all of a sudden, my mom getting the house remodeled. Oh, the water bill's $3,000 while you living here. You're making everything so expensive. As soon as I leave my son with her, oh, we got the bathroom remodeled. We're getting the kitchen remodeled. We're getting a new stove. We're getting a new couch. We're getting new this. We got new furniture. Everything's brand new. They're buying all these random ass appliances. I'm like, where are y'all buying? Where's this money coming from? But then I'm hearing from spiritualists and tarot readers, your family took out a life insurance policy on you, and they waiting for somebody to hurry up and be able to kill you so that they could finally cash out on it. They already cashed out on it, but they don't want to get discovered that they did it. And I'm like, ain't no way that this is possible. But I'm like, where's this money coming from? And why are they just buying random appliances all over the house? Like, what would be the reason for buying a bunch of random appliances? That shit that you do when you scamming or something like that. Who's scamming? But again, it's not for me to decipher. God gonna figure it all out when it's time to come to the light. Because it's like, what do y'all be doing over there? What do y'all have my son in the basement living on underneath? Like, I could feel the energy circling through the brain. Like, I could feel the energy flow. It's not giving what it's supposed to have gave. It's giving, I want you to be all the way down here and we stepping on your forehead. You ain't worth nothing. But yet, I got hundreds of thousands of people listening to what I got to say every single day. Thousands of people. It's 11,000 people yesterday. I don't know how many it's going to be today. Point is, you can be going through all of this and still show up and be great and be good and be godly. Don't let your family stop your spiritual journey. Don't let, you see, every time I say family, my chest starts shaking. It's like the vibration of my family ain't even right. But don't let something like that stop you from being a good person. Oh, I'm strong, y'all. I don't need y'all sympathy. I'm just giving you. This been going on for 7 months to a year, where I've actually been out of my own home. But this been going on since I had my spiritual awakening about 3-4 years ago. This been going on since 4 Christmases ago. They've been doing this shit to me. Third eyeing me, putting root work on me, getting other people in the neighborhood to put root work on me, trying to make it like I'm bad. Like, they don't want nobody to hear my story. They keep trying to close up my throat chakra, my sister, my grandmother, and the baby. They come, the baby needs speech therapy. No, y'all need to stop messing with my throat chakra. If I go ahead and touch their third eye, it's all in my throat chakra. It's them. It's not me. Because grandma's third eye, close it, sister's third eye, and the baby third eye. All of a sudden, I can now speak and my voice is now, I don't feel like I'm stuttering no more. Why is that? Exactly, because they're doing things with their third eyeing me, because their third eye is at my throat level. It's not at my head level. But no one would believe me if y'all didn't see it in real 3D, actual real time action. But you're being disrespectful. No, I'm not. They literally sitting on the couch that I bought. They in a house comfortable off shit that I purchased. But I'm sitting out here every day sleeping in my car, and people looking at me like I'm a homeless bum, like I didn't did something wrong to the world. But I didn't. No one else in my family's had their own business, LLC, tax free. No one else has done all the things that I've done. But they want to make me look bad just so they can be like, she didn't do anything. Yeah, she needs to be casted out. But before y'all came back into my life, after I pushed y'all out when I started doing my own thing, I was great. $4,000 a month, easy. Good money, good clientele, great people coming to me, business owners, government officials, big time workers, exclusive names, neighborhood celebrities was coming into my house, enjoying my space. But as soon, she's getting too far ahead of Jordan, and he's getting his master's degree. He should be the leader. His birth chart number is a 2. I'm birth chart number 1, which is a leader by number. If you practice numerology and spirituality, you would know that I'm supposed to lead. Or you need to let a man lead. Where is he leading me? But to be in, it's cloudy outside. It's raining. It ain't no sunlight. People chest all shaking up. They can't breathe right. Where you leading me to? If I lead myself, I'm getting 11,000 views on Instagram. I got my own business. I'm minding my business. I got my own car payments. I got $10,000 saved up when I told all y'all to get the fuck away from me. As soon as I let y'all back in, all my abundance just shriveled up. That's called spiritual warfare. That's called spiritual attacks. And I'm having dreams about them. They going to the ladies in the neighborhood like, yeah, help us put spell work on her because she's trying to bully us. She's trying to kill us. No one's trying to kill. Y'all running from death. I'm not running from no damn death. I go to sleep outside in nature every single day. Fine. I don't be worried about no man coming to kill me. I notice if somebody doing spell work to me. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Damn, that's wild. They really just tried to lay that spell work on me. That's crazy. He really tried to touch my zero. He tried to fuck up my Kabbalion system. That's crazy. He fucking with my solar plexus. That's crazy. They fucking with my heart chakra. That's crazy. They even sending attacks to my kid. I notice it, but it don't break me. And that's what I'm telling y'all on this platform. Your family will be the biggest alchemizer to your success because they will do all of this before you become successful. And you have to make it through this part of the battle to become strong enough to actually deserve that position. People will try to fight you day in and day out about being the most successful version of yourself. And your family will be the first ones to do it. You think they got to pay out from brother's apartment? No, that was my apartment. And no, they didn't. The payout was this. I hadn't paid the rent for 6 months because I said, I'm not paying y'all rent until y'all fix my apartment. And we were on the news and everything. Things were going good for the court case. But they said, we're going to just allow you to not pay the $19,000 if you just take this bailout, this plea out. Right now, there's a root so far of my vagina on the left side that keeps on vibrating. That lets me know that these people are linked into my shit. That's throwing me off. Like, my brother has done root work on my fucking vagina. Do you know how weird that is, knowing that there's a root on my vagina on the left side of my labia that's vibrating, that's coming from my family? They don't even want me to get a husband that's going to support me. All the money for the new stuff. No, that they said that this came from a life insurance policy that somebody signed because they really thought that they was going to be able to kill me. Like, my last ex kept asking me, he's like, he would do stuff and be like, why don't you just die already? Like, they literally been... Basically, they've been electing partners to date me that want to spiritually attack me and make me feel like I'm so crazy that I'm going to go ahead and kill myself. Because they keep telling people that I tried to commit suicide, and that's how I got to my spiritual evolution. I did breath work and held my breath too long. That's how I had a spiritual awakening. And I fasted. The same thing, fasted for 40 days and 40 nights like Jesus Christ did in the Bible. Ain't nobody get mad at him. He died on the cross. Ain't nobody get mad at Jesus for having a reawakening and having a second life. The hell? A third life? But if I do it, I go fast for some days. Oh, she's doing devil's work. Oh, I go hold my breath and I'm doing Kundalini breathing, yoga, which originated in Africa, not in white people's land. I'm doing things that our ancestors did to activate my spiritual awareness. Now I'm doing the devil's work. What? So I'm hearing, because when I got a tarot reading, then they're like, yeah, your family basically put in a whole entire life insurance policy on you, and they cashed out on it already. And they're basically waiting for you to hurry up and die so they can get the money. But you won't die, so that's the problem. They can't cash out. Then there's another analogy that's like, oh no, there's actually there was an inheritance in the family that was supposed to be yours, but they put it in a safe deposit box, and it's been accruing money for years and years and years, and they can't get it because they need either you to go get it, you to go get it, but if you figure that out, you would leave them in the past and desert them. So what they're trying to do is basically get you to have to sign over your power of attorney to somebody else so somebody else could get it. But you never signed any documents, but they forge your signature on a document. So I keep hearing this from tarot readers, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just try to not believe that that's the truth, because that's crazy. I know my family don't fuck with me at all, because they realize that y'all been spiritually aware for years. I'm the last one who's spiritually aware. They've been spiritually aware for a long time. Long time, longer than me. And then been using me and taking advantage of me and my son, and I didn't know it all these years. So then when I finally woke up, I'm like, oh, this what y'all been doing to my body? Oh, well, go ahead and you do that on your own time. Let me go ahead and use my abundance and my energy for me. And I start getting money and family. Shit was going up. I'm like, okay, woo, 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 woo. And they like, oh, wait, she living for free? And it's okay? She ain't got to pay no bills. How's her electric bill $0? How's her gas bill $0? God was literally blessing me with the freedom of life, like eternity, like literally no rent. And then they were putting no eviction notices on my door. I have every single paper they ever put on my door. It was never an eviction notice, because I was fighting a whole entire court case for the whole neighborhood. It was 300 families in this neighborhood. It's right down the street. It's on Tech Road. It's right down the street. You can ask the people that live there. I can't make this up. You can go right there right now and ask the people. They were on the news. Spring Park Apartments was on the news. You can Google it right now. Spring Park Apartments, Maryland. Y'all right now on YouTube can go Spring, then PARC, not K, Apartments. Google it. They were on the news for what I'm talking about because of my case. I started it. But my family told me to move out before all of that happened, so I didn't get the chance, because the dude was like, oh yeah, he was a Shriner. He's a part of the secret society. He's a Shriner. He said, yeah, you should be on the news. I want to use you as the person to go ahead and campaign this whole entire thing to everybody. But my family asked me to move so he couldn't find me. Literally, probably 3 days before they recorded, he saw me when I was Grubhubbing, but I was so evil and angry by my family and the way they was treating me. I didn't treat that man the right way. When he said, hey man, how you been? I'll take you out for lunch. You good? I'm like, I'm good. Like, leave me alone right now. Because I already had a headache because I was trying to get into Grubhub to get my money back, because somehow my DoorDash account got deactivated, being in my family's energy. So I messed up the opportunity to rebuild with him that day, because I was in such a bad mood being around my family, living with my mom, that I'm like, I'm good. Like, I just got to go. Like, this first order just threw me off. Like, I don't even feel like talking right now. Like, I'm sorry. How your son? He's good, bro. He good. 3 days later, they took the lady and recorded with somebody else to be on the news. He told me it was supposed to be me, but because I was around my family, around bad energy, I fucked up an opportunity to be the face of it. But I got the court case and everything still in my bag right here. My court case, the one that started everything. Me going against the whole entire apartment complex, doing a rent escrow thing, all of that. But y'all could Google it right now. Spring Park Apartments. They was on the news for what I'm talking about. It started with the enclave, and then we talked about it because we were doing a whole entire committee where we would talk after hours and talk about all the issues in our apartment. Some people had bats in their ceiling. Some people had mold. Some people had rats. I only had mold. Some people had bats in their ceiling and mice and roaches, and no one was doing nothing about it. So a person like me, I went and stood on business, and it was starting to change things for the whole entire complex. Do you know that all them people at that apartment complex, their rent is stabilized until they actually repair everything at that apartment complex? So all those people there, their rent cannot go up until all the repairs are made to the unit. I literally just saved hundreds of families thousands of dollars by just being me. And it's proof. I'm not just, oh, I'm crazy making shit up. This is literally proof. It's on the news. It's publicized. You can read about it. You can Google it. There's nothing for me to lie about. But my family, they want me to look like a crazy lady, and they want to tell the people in the neighborhood, go put spell work on her. She lying. She crazy. She's institutionalized. I don't even take no pills. They all have been to the crazy house and have been on pills. I have not. All of them have gone to a psych ward, a behavioral hospital, had to take depression medicine, but they sit over here trying to make me seem like I'm the guy that needs to be put in a straitjacket. I'm telling you guys all of this because this video was about, is your family helping you grow on your spiritual journey, or are they holding you back? Mine held me back all the time. That doesn't stop me from making steps forward. So even if your family is holding you back, still move forward. Still know that God got a pathway for you. That's why you're still here. Not for you to be somebody else's energetic punching bag. Not for you to be somebody's energy source supply. Not for you to just allow them to just permeate your vagina and your womb and take advantage of your body and then kick you down in the dirt and then laugh at you. You have a story to tell. I'm writing a book right now. It's called The Road to Euphoria. Like the Golden Brick Road or the Road to Success. It's the Road to Euphoria. How I got from being Sierra Monet Roberts to now being Euphoria. How I got here. Because most people don't have this much emotional intelligence to be like, oh, that happened to actually make me this strong. Most people are like, they did it to me and I'm going to cut my wrist. I'm going to shoot myself. My family hate me. All that weird shit. I'm like, oh, they did this to make me strong. Okay, well, I'm strong. Okay. Stronger than yesterday. I ain't nothing but a mile away. My loneliness ain't killing me no more. I'm stronger. Okay, Britney Spears. I gave y'all too much of my heart chakra right now. I got to go pour back into myself right now because my heart is a little empty because I've been pouring into all y'all, thousands of y'all all morning. But I just want y'all to know, your family might be doing this. They think they doing something devilish, but they're actually doing this to pour into you to make you a stronger person. So take God's road and know that it's making you stronger. You're either going to buckle at the knees and succumb to them, or you're going to get stronger and get better and bigger and show that even if my family try to tear me down, I'm still going to step over that and get to the next destination. Y'all take care. Y'all stay protected. Remember, here you are heard, seen, and loved. Remember to always have peace, love, and hair grease and everything in between, because these are your tools in your body to help you manifest your dreams. These are your chakras. Don't let nobody take advantage of you and ride your train. Okay? Only one way, and that's up. I love y'all. It's up and it's stuck. Oh, remember, if you want to listen to my music, go ahead and click the description down below, and y'all can click and get all the links to all my music. Also, if you want to listen to my breath work, that's down there as well. We're on Apple Music, Spotify, all streaming platforms. If you want to Google anything about me, just go on Google and type in Euphoria 9A's1_. It'll take you to my Instagram, my TikTok. It'll take you to all my stuff. Also, I have a website down below if you want to order any of my Parasite Detox capsules. Y'all can order these. I make these by hand per order. So if you make an order, I'm making them fresh and then sending them to you. It's herbs, of course. Y'all know everything is in the description down below. And if you want to just send me a Cash App donation because you just enjoy me and my time and my space and my energy, my Cash App info is down below as well. But everything you need to know about me is down in the description down below, or you can go to another video and click there if it doesn't upload immediately after this video, but everything's in the description. So yeah, get to know me, get to be more familiar with me and understand me, love me, and know that, hey, I'm here for y'all. Because again, if you're here, then you're heard, seen, and loved. You know, you have a voice. No matter what you're going through, I see you, because I'm you, you're me. We're going through the same things together. It's just I'm aware enough to know that we're going through this together. So we're supposed to be pushing each other forward, not kicking each other in the throats and in the knees and in the knuckles, trying to devalue people. Okay? All right? That makes sense? Y'all get it? So I'm trying my best to be strong alone, because obviously my family don't believe in community, because otherwise I wouldn't be sleeping in my car every day, right? But anywho, I love y'all. Y'all be good. Y'all be great. Y'all be gods. And remember, peace.